Hello, good morning, grade 11. Coming to you here from my house. Hoping everyone is also staying inside, staying safe, self-isolating as best as they can while still going outside just to get some fresh air. Really miss having you guys in the class, but I still want to continue with everything like it's a sense of normalcy, so we'll see what we're going to be doing. So, switching gears now to Shoa. So I know it seems like forever ago, but in our last couple of classes, we were talking about pre-war Jewish life. And we were looking at some pictures and we were watching some videos and discussing, why is it important that we take this time to not only learn the statistics of the Shoa and learn about all the terrible things that had happened, but why is it also important for us to remember the fact that these people, they were people like you and me. And they were living normal lives before all this happened. So we were talking about how, it's to give honor to their memories, not just saying that they are a number, but that they were people. And we were looking at those pictures before, in case you have forgotten, of just typical kids that were going to school. They looked happy, just the way that we looked when we were in school a couple weeks ago. They looked excited to be with their friends. They had dreams of the future. And all those things were taken away from them because of the Shoa. So it's important to know that not just they and a number had died and that was taken away from the earth, but also their dreams and their futures were also taken away. So what we're going to do now is for the next 2-3 classes, depending on what's going on in our situation, is we're going to be working on a project. Now, normally I would give you class time to work on this. So I'm going to be giving you, we meet I think we only meet twice while we have this schedule going on. So I'm going to be giving you the next 2 classes, the next 2 sessions that we have to work on this one project, to work towards it. So this project is called the Pre-War Jewish Life Photo Analysis Project. For those of you that don't know, I really like using art and photos and music and any kind of medium to really get more messages across. I think it touches on different levels. So one of the levels we are going to be touching on with this project is more of like a human level, which is why we're going to be using photos. So what we're going to be doing for the next 2 classes is each time that we meet, I'm going to be sending out a different set of instructions. So there's 2 parts to this project. I don't want to overwhelm anyone right now, so I'm just going to read for you the instructions for our first part, so just for part 1. And I'm going to be posting these instructions also on Google Classroom along with the due dates and everything. So like I said, over the next 2 classes, we'll be researching and analyzing photos of just normal Jewish people in the interwar periods before the Nazi occupation. Your job is I'm going to be giving you a website and you'll find it on the resource when I post it. We're going to be using the website from the Holocaust Museum in Washington. They have wonderful resources, and one of their best resources is their photo gallery archive. It's wonderful. So we're going to be using that. And what you're going to do is I want you to search through their archive and find a picture that relates to you in some sort of way. So whether it's because there, there's a picture with someone and their sibling, and maybe you have a sibling, so that touches you in some way, or whether there's like a funny aspect in a photo, something that really grabs your attention about that photo. I want you to choose that photo. And then what I'm going to be posting for you also, there's guidelines on what has to be in this photo. So it can't be a portrait, has to have more than one person in it. It can't be posed, essentially, is what it is. It's supposed to be just, a screenshot of their daily lives. So once you find that photo that relates to you in some sort of way, or one that you find a connection with for some reason, what you're going to be doing for this part, for part 1, is you will be doing a photo analysis. So you are going to be a historian, a photo historian, that is a thing, and you are going to be answering a bunch of questions that I've outlined for you about this photo. So questions are going to range from, what kind of objects do you find in this photo? How many objects do you find? The number of men versus the number of women. Is there light? Is there darkness in the photo? So things like that. And then you're also going to be writing a caption to the photo. So some of these photos that you're going to find will have captions and some of them won't. So even if you find one that does have a caption, I want you to write your own caption, and that's going to be based on the analysis that you have already done when you fill out this form here, okay? So again, write a caption, just a quick, it could be a sentence or two, nothing more than that. And also what I want you to do is you're going to be working in this one document that I'm going to be posting. So I want you to copy and paste the photo that you find and put it directly in this document that I'm going to be sending so I can see which photo you've chosen. I also want you to record the date and the place underneath the photo. Now, sometimes this can be problematic because there isn't an exact date. And even sometimes there isn't an exact place, right? Because, you know, we don't have all the information. The Nazis actually did us a favor and they recorded everything meticulously, but there's still room for error. So if you can't find an exact date or an exact place, just a rough one is perfectly fine with me. So if you write something like circa 1941 or circa 1933 or, you know, around somewhere in Poland, that's fine with me as long as it makes sense to your photo. So that's what we're going to be doing for the first part. Again, I'm going to be sending out all the instructions. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything here in what we are doing. No, so that is going to be part one. So it's the choosing of the photo, finding one that relates to you, and then completing the photo analysis by copying and pasting the photo, and then completing the sections just by answering the questions, and then writing a caption. So that's part one, and you're going to have all week essentially to work on it. This part should not take you long. This one is just kind of like the basics of it, so this shouldn't take you long, but you have all week until our next class to work on this, because by our next class I'm going to be giving to you part two, and part two is a little more research driven and a little more has a little more of an in-depth analysis with it. So that's what we're going to be doing today for our class. If you have any questions, I'm just an email or a text away. So yeah, keep in touch. I hope everyone again is staying safe, and hopefully this will be over soon so we can see each other again. Bye.